Hello, fellow space monkeys.
Hey
This is
there.
the mildly morose man, otherwise known as Dan or Dan the Man, whichever you fancy. I'm here to bring you another thought-provoking video on the video game Beyond Good and Evil 2. I'm here with Eli McDougall. He is going to be discussing the latest live stream with me. And that was live stream number 6. I bet Denise Takes is gonna make an awesome recap video. So watch out for that. But also, Ubisoft themselves made a recap video that quickly goes through all of the content there that was in that maybe 30 to 45 minute live stream. But just a quick overview of what's there, and I'll put in a link right up here. That video from Ubisoft. They talked a little bit about Jade. Of course, she is evil now, but they also showed some of her early concept art from the original game, so that's cool. We have an updated character design for Dakini. Again, Mamago was showed off. We get a lot of character customization concept art. Okay, that was a major focus. They talk about Dewalite a bunch.
Yeah.
So pretty neat details there. And Christoph Harrell is in the live stream, and he's helping craft some of the sounds and the design, the soundscape for the new game. So that's shown off a little bit, even what Dewalite sounds like. So if you're interested in that, it is there. And there's an updated hit record project. So they've got all sorts of stuff that they have put out to the community for collaboration. I think it consists of, 13 more songs, 9 pieces of album artwork, and this new thing that they're doing, 3 call-in radio shows, which we can talk about a little bit later. But that's the recap in brief. And there's not a ton new for folks that have been following closely to the Space Monkey program and the live streams and all that sort of stuff. There's not a ton new, but something that is new is Dakini's new design.
I think the overall vibe that they're going with fits her role on the ship better. And I think that her new look is more in line with kind of how her name sounds. So she's got a little bit more of a, tough pirate look to her. So, I mean, in that sense, I think I like it. I think it's a little interesting that they went and completely changed the character's design after they've already showed the character, which I know that it's not out of the realm of what's okay for a company to do. It's just interesting on the IP side of things where you've already started showing off your cast and then they just get a dramatic redesign. They can't really use what she looks like in the trailer anymore. They can't use that trailer in theory. They'd have to cut that trailer up if they're gonna splice it with other cinematic content. It kind of seems silly to me to burn money like that, because that's essentially what's happening.
I mean, they could always go back and put the new Dakini design into that old trailer.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they'll do that. But I don't know. So it felt weird. It felt weird because it did feel like, oh, okay, her character is already established. But then it's like, nope, she looks totally different. It's not even like, oh, she just spent the summer, at the beach and she's more tan.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is like a different character altogether. But that sort of gets to the question of I guess more so the challenge of the Space Monkey program, because game development is so iterative. You've got one thing and it's sort of working, but in a couple of weeks it could look totally different. And when you put together a demo for E3 or something like that, that doesn't necessarily like fit the rest of the scenario of like what it will take to finish a whole game. I remember sort of hearing this and understanding it in the context of God of War. Like they made that initial demo for E3, and they had to then make a whole game. You know, it's like it's the difference between making something that's 30 minutes and making something that's 30 hours.
Right.
You know, and being able to basically like fulfill the game's vision and all of that, just under those different circumstances and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think it's just it's okay to like show us stuff, but that trailer was such a high impact thing, like as like the announcement. It does kind of call into question why they would walk us through some of those changes now.
I do wonder, like, if it, can anybody win with the Space Monkey program, right? Because the good stuff of being a part of a game's development would be seeing the changes that go on,
right?
But the things that I think are going to tick players off are seeing the changes that go on and saying, you know, this isn't what it looks like at the beginning. You know, what was that like cool game that you were making originally? So I don't know. I just wonder, like, what are they gonna do, and what's it about? You know, and how are they gonna like communicate value to us that are following along?
I suspect that if they go, when they do have a gameplay like reveal, that it's going to be a big deal. But I think Ubisoft is doing their best to kind of mitigate who sees this stuff, and it's just going to be the people who are largely looking for it.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're right, and that's just, I think that's the nature of the live stream, and that's, I mean, really for the Space Monkeys that are along for the ride.
Yeah,
that's what I think. That's what we're in for. I mean, it's these like very nitty-gritty, detail specific sort of things that they feel confident in sharing with us right now, which, when it comes down to it, is concept art, narrative, like design. I don't know, like, you know, narrative reasons for why the game will be the way it is. And I guess, you know, character design when they finally render them in 3D.
Yeah.
And well, now, I mean, these music tidbits, those were new. That was new information.
Yeah, and it was good information.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. But I thought of like, oh man, that is so like memeable. Like, you know, something about, oh, so excited for live stream number 6, and it's just Christoph Harrell, like, you know, going at it on a cello. Like, that's it, you know, that's basically the high point of live stream 6, which is great because Christoph Harrell is amazing. You know, he's done great work with the original game and otherwise. But you know that, I'm a little frustrated with the Space Monkey program. Let's just, you know, I'm trying to figure out, like, what is it? What are we getting? You know, what is it? Thanks for watching Eli and I's discussion about this last live stream. Definitely drop a comment in the comments below about some of the questions that you had, some of your impressions of the live stream, your responses. You know, click all the buttons down there. You know what to do. It'll be great if you want to keep up to date on the things that we're doing here and Beyond Good and Evil 2 in general. Join us on the Reddit page. I'll definitely be posting some questions there for the community to discuss. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you around on the next one.